Hey everybody, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from Miter McLean. And I'm here today to lead you through your Tabata HIIT circuit. Oh my gosh. Grab some water, I will too. I recommend today that you have 2 medium weights or some somewhat heavy cans. And if you don't, that's totally okay. You can still find some engagement just isometrically contracting those muscles. We're gonna go ahead and get started in just about 4 minutes at 4:30 with a nice warm up before we jump right into the workout. I'll see you guys then. Two minutes till we get started. Okay, it's 4:30, you guys. Let's do this. All right, your You're welcome to wear shoes today. I will not be wearing shoes because I'm inside on the second floor. Cool. We're all set up. All you need are some light weights. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. Plant those feet down on the floor, contract your core. We're going to draw our shoulders in 3 different directions. Up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Back, and then relax down. That's all you have to do. Up, keep that belly in tight, shoulder blades squeezed together, and down. So not quite a circle, really focusing on hitting these 3 different directions as we gently begin to just warm up our upper body. Nice work. Focus on also not letting that rib cage flare out too much as you draw those shoulder blades back. So your belly is sucked in tight, your rib cage is knit together towards each other, and you're breathing. Awesome. We're gonna do 4 more from right here. Up, back, down, up, back, down. Last 2. Still breathing. Final 1. Great. Shake it out for just a second. Keep those feet planted on the floor. You might want to open your feet just a little bit wider. Make sure you're not overarching your back towards the back here. It's gentle tucking of your pelvis. You can even have a slight bend of your knees. Let's start with our hands palms towards our thighs and our chest nice and open. We're just going to draw our hands up to shoulder height and bring it back down. So once again, focus on keeping that abdominal core engaged, your rib cage knit towards each other, with that chest nice and open and squeezing those shoulder blades together. So even without any weight in your hands, you can still be squeezing and contracting, finding some engagement in that upper body and those shoulders. Let's do 4 from right here. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go out to the side. Same thing. Just a little bit wider. You can be in a little bit of a Y of coming all the way directly in line with your shoulders hurts. Remember, keep that extra arch out of your back. Your upper back might be feeling a little tired already, focusing on the engagement right there. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take some relaxation of that upper body shoulders now. We're just going to warm up our lower half. Go ahead, plant your left foot down on the ground. Really focus on engaging throughout that foot still. So make sure you're not coming towards the outside of your foot or inside. You can bend the knee to find the engagement that you need to. And we're just going to swing our leg forward and back. You can have your hands on your hips to help if balance is a little bit of a challenge for you. Balance isn't so much of a challenge for you. Think about bringing your hands to heart center. Why not? 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch and just do the left leg. Same thing. And remember, each side of our body isn't always the same. So what you could do on one side, easy peasy, you might not be able to do as easily on the other. And it's okay to come into some sort of a modification. Just finding the range of motion that works best for you, warming up those hip flexors and your legs. 3, 2, 1. Let's come on back onto the right side. This time we're going to tick-tock out towards the side. If you want to work that upper body again, start getting that heart rate to stay up. You can even stretch your arms out towards the side. Focus on keeping that chest open, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Belly tight, rib cage knit. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Remember, you can still have your hands at your hips to help with your balance here. The real focus is just we're warming up. And you're breathing. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got one last move. Just gonna shake it out. This time you're gonna start with your feet at a number 11. You can have those hands by your side. Take that extra arch out of your lower back, core contracted. Draw your right leg up, bring it out, tap it down, back in, and down. So you're going for at least 12 o'clock with your foot. Maybe you can get to 3, maybe you can tap back to 5, but work to keep those hip flexors facing forward. So we're not trying to rotate and turn. As we step out, hips stay forward, just finding some movement in our legs. 3 more, 3, 2, oh my gosh, it is hot in here. 1. I think today is the day, you guys. Let's switch to the left leg. That I get my air conditioning to work. No promises, no expectations. At the end of the day, there's gonna be a sour cream / Greek yogurt cheesecake, so it's all good. It's all good with fruit. We're working out. Sometimes you have to treat yourself. #adulting. Last 3, 2, and 1. Yay! All right, shake it out. Wow! Let me show you what's coming up for move number 1. Because it's kind of a warm-up move. So we're gonna end the warm-up there. We're gonna switch into some squat jacks. So for your squat jack, as your arms come up overhead, you're gonna come out into your nice big wide squat. And as your arms come back in, you're gonna jump back in. If jumping does not honor you, your choice if you would like to alternate between stepping out from one side to another, or take the first 4 sets stepping to one side, and the second 4 sets you can step towards the other. So it's up to you, as intense as you want to go. If you're taking the jump out but you still want to work hard and you can't even step to the side, think about coming down and pressing up onto your toes. Yay! All right, round 1 starts, hold on, this is distracting, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So squat and in. Take a second to really hold in your squat. Make sure you're bringing the weight into your heels. Landing light on those toes and bringing those heels down to the floor. Take a break. Yay! This was the move where I first hurt my shoulder in class. Who was there? 3, 2, here we go, round 2. So you're really working to come into like a nice goddess squat is the option I'm going for. Perhaps you're going for a little bit more of a traditional squat. Woo. And sending those hips back. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Swinging those arms up overhead, stepping those legs out. It's going to get those hearts racing. Keep it up in 3, 2, 1. Remember, if you need to take a break, you can always step out and step back in. Eliminating a little bit of the jump. Still getting some nice squat. You're going to have to do the same thing once on the other side. Because I'm all about trying to be as even as I can be on each side. 3, 2, 1. If you find that you're having trouble bringing the weight back into your heels and sending your hips back for your squat, come into one of the modified versions. Take the jump out. Begin again. Most important, you're still breathing. Belly tight. Take a break. If you don't have to worry about someone below you, feel free to go a little faster than me. That was halfway. If you stepped out to the right, step out to the left this time. I'll do that next time. Focus on bringing that weight into your heels. Don't sacrifice the squat. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Only 3 more rounds, you guys. Who's starting to feel it? I'm starting to feel it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Maybe if you're just stepping out, instead of doing the jump, you can focus on deeper squat. Good form. 2, 1, take a break. 2 more rounds to go, you guys. Just over 30 seconds of work. Then we get to sit down. 3, 2, here we go. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round to go. So we'll get a nice little break. Hydrate. 3, 2, bring it one last time. Last time to bring it. Can you squat down a little bit deeper? Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Oh, good work. Self high five. Grab yourself some water. Bring at least one of your weights with you. Next up, we're going to do Russian twists. 1 minute to yourself. Just breathe. Oh my gosh. Put out those air conditioning vibes for me, please. Look at it. Such a tease back there. Such a tease. Okay, keep breathing. Let's make our way down to the floor. Find that way to challenge yourself. Maybe bring 2, just to be honest with yourself. Okay, we're gonna go for a Russian twist. Even if you don't have a weight, we'll show you a great way to make this Russian twist a nice challenge. Let's talk about the easiest version of the Russian twist. It's gonna be with your feet on the floor, maybe your heels on the floor, making sure that chest is open. So no rounding of chin towards chest, shoulder blades squeezed together like we practiced in that warm up, and you're gonna twist from side to side. Hopefully you have a weight or a can or something that you can use to get a little deeper into the twist. I want you to exhale as your fingers come back towards your hips to get a little deeper into those obliques. Now, if you want to work a little bit harder, you're also going to add in a delightful bicycle kick. So as you twist towards one side, the opposite leg extends. Right, Uncle Buck? All right. Don't feel like you have to do it all on the first round. We have 8 rounds you can add each time. I'm going to start off nice and slow, just warming up my body and my obliques with the classic round of, it's even written right here, Russian twists. Wow. 3, 2, it's hot. 1, here we go. All right, so focusing on keeping my belly button pulled back towards my spine and finding that rotation of my core, twisting my whole body as I reach those hands behind me. You can lean back even more if you can keep that spine pretty straight. Take a break. And that chest open, and that's going to work those abs even more as well. All right, round 2. What can you do differently in round 2? Maybe lean back more. Begin. Maybe lifting one foot up off of the floor. Just practicing this boat pose or half of a bicycle. But make sure you still have that good form that you started with. Chest is lifted, belly pulled in, upper body engaged. Take a break. Yay, 2 down. Oh, maybe next time you'll switch to lifting that other leg up. 3, 2, open that chest, here we go. And maybe you find that just keeping your feet on the floor and finding this twist, especially with the weight, is the perfect move for you today. You just gotta find what works for you. Remember, every day is different. How did you eat? How did you sleep? Take a break. What's going on at work? What's on your mind? These things are all going to affect your ability for the day. Remember, it's not all or nothing. You showed up. That definitely is a step. Here we go. Round 4. I'm going to add in those bicycle kicks. Maybe you only have time for 2 exercises right now. That's all right. That's 8 minutes going by of some work, yo. 3, 2, 1. Wow, getting those bicycle kicks in, I feel that a lot more in my abs. Halfway through, you guys. What are you going to do for the rest of the way out? Start right now. Maybe you're just holding both legs up, working to keep that chest open. So many different variations of this Russian twist. Even if you do it without the weight in your hand, just to really focus on that lift of your chest sternum. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Wow. You can even challenge yourself a little bit differently by bringing those arms up overhead. A high hands Russian twist is going to require you to work a little bit harder to keep that upper body engaged without finding that rounding of your back. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Also to stay in control. All right, you guys, last 2 rounds. Bring it in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna revert back to the classic. Sometimes it's just about what can you keep doing. It doesn't always have to be the monster move. It's okay to stick with the basics. Take a break. One last round. Push yourself this time. Once more. 3, 2, chest lifted. Here we go. It's just 20 seconds of work. Ask yourself twice, what can I do for 10 seconds? It's time to ask yourself again right now. Last 10. Keep breathing. Find one spot as you turn your head. We made it. We made it, you guys. Take a minute to yourself. Grab that water. Our next move is going to be standing. We're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift to an overhead thrust. So if you got 2 weights, bring them. If you don't have 2 weights, you have a water bottle or a television remote or a yoga block, or just something that you can press between your hands' palms that'll help you find a little bit more engagement, which can help you find a little bit more stability throughout our next set of moves. All right, while you're, oh wait, we need these. Oh, I did upper body work yesterday, but I'm tired. Okay, I can at least try these for a couple rounds. Here's the move, you guys. Balancing on one leg, if you can, and if you can't, it's totally okay. You can always do this one with 2 legs down on the floor as well. We're gonna start off with our single leg Romanian deadlift, and then as you come up, drive that knee up, overhead thrust. Belly tight as you hinge forward, coming down, and then once again, press it up. All right, so the first round, I encourage you to take your time, really focus on finding a line that you can create with your eyes. Keeping your eyes focused is gonna help with your balance. Keeping your belly engaged is gonna help with that balance, and continuing to breathe. All right, we're gonna start with that left leg on the floor, right leg lifted, 4 times on the left leg, 4 times on the right, or if you need to, you can always stay on one leg, but still try to challenge yourself to this overhead thrust. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hinging forward, feeling that stretch on the back of your leg, pulling your belly in. Palms face towards each other as you go for that overhead thrust. Palms face towards each other, bracing your leg. Nice, keep that belly tight, keep your focus, take a break. 1 round down, so good. 3, 2, stomach sucked in, here we go. Equally grounding that left foot to the floor. As you overhead press, drive that knee up, belly tight, getting some ab work in here as well. Use your breath, exhale, push up. Inhale on the way down. Oh. Take a break, 2 down. 2 down, only 2 more on this side. 3, 2, belly in, here we go. Always really make sure you keep that stomach sucked in as you hinge forward to protect that lower back. As your arms go up overhead, think about a straight line. Like we're riding an elevator straight up. If you have trouble getting them to go straight up, your weights might be too heavy. Take a break. If you need to, and your weights are too heavy, consider switching to having just one weight that you hold in both hands by the head. 3, 2, here we go. You can still find that forward hinge and overhead press. We gotta make do with whatever we have at home, you guys. Maybe it's a little lighter than the weight that you want. Maybe it's a little heavier, but with time, you'll make that heavier weight work. And with effort, you can make that lighter weight work as well. All right. Switching to the opposite leg. Right leg down, left leg goes behind you. Here we go, we're in it right now. Hinge forward, overhead press. Hinge forward, into that overhead press. Knee drive. If you need to bring that toe down for a second to balance yourself before the knee drive, that's okay. Take a break. Remember, this is your workout. You're honoring what works for you. 3, 2, here we go. Palms facing in towards each other. So much kicking the couch right now. Good. As you lift yourself up, re-engage that core. Keep those shoulders pulled down away from your ears. Take a break. Last 2. 3, 2. Here we go. Hinge forward. Exhale, knee drive, overhead press. Inhale down. Knee drive, overhead press. You got it, you guys. Keep it up, keep it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. One more time through. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got one more move today. Stress out those shoulders. A little bit is coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Grab some water once more. You can put those weights down. We don't need those weights until our last move of the day. Oh my. Oakley dokleys. Take your time, enjoying your little break. Let me show you guys what's coming up next for round 4. We've made it to move number 4. Next up, we're gonna go for some elevator planks with mountain climbers. Notice which arm you bring down first. We're gonna switch it up each round. You can do this on your knees if you need to. I do encourage you to try and do it on your toes though, if you can, go for it. If you're doing it on your knees, you're still gonna come down to one forearm, the other, press yourself up, and then go for 4 wide leg knees towards your elbows. If you're on your toes, however, you are welcome to either go for knees towards your chest, knees towards opposite elbow, or the wide knees towards your elbows as well. 1 elevator plank, 4 mountain climbers each time, and then repeat until we run out of time. So remember, you're gonna start with that right leg going down first. Just gonna twist myself a teeny bit to make sure I have space and no free show as my head's gonna be in this direction. All right, we start in 3, 2, 1. So remember, either on your knees or your toes, coming down, pressing yourself back up, and then 4 mountain climbers. Wherever you are, back to your elevator plank, mountain climber. Still leading with that right arm on the way down. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, take a break. Maybe you do a little child pose, stretch, relax your shoulders on your break. It's only 10 seconds though. 3, 2, 1. Can you think about especially if you were not on your knees, doing a different form of mountain climber. Oops, we're supposed to be leading with our left arm. I forgot, and I'm still leading with my right. Hopefully you remembered. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. 2 down. I'll do my next 2 with my left since I forgot to switch last time. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Use that breath as you exhale. Get those knees to come up as high as they can. 3, 2, 1. Take your break. Whatever feels good for you. 3, 2, 1. Now in these planks, you're really working to get those hands, palms under your chest. Oh. I'm gonna be real with myself. That's not working for me right this second. 3, 2, 1. That's okay. I can come on to my knees for a sec. We are halfway through. Keep switching which arm goes down. 3, 2, 1. More than halfway right now. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Oh my gosh. 1 minute of these elevator plank climbers to go. 3, 2, switch which arm leads on the elevator plank part. Keep going, you got it, you guys. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Last two rounds. 40 seconds to push ourselves. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Three, 2, 1. Take your break. One last time through. Just because you're on your knees for your push-up doesn't mean, for the plank doesn't mean you have to be for the mountain climber. Push yourself once more. Halfway. Right now. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, we made it. Stay down here close to the floor if you don't have to get up. We're gonna finish class down here on the floor. Next up, we've got Supermans. We're gonna take it a little easier on our Supermans. Well, for half the sets, let's take it a little bit easier on our Supermans. Genius. Drink it up. Okay, 2 different Supermans happening here today on the floor. For the first set, we're going to keep our feet down on the floor. So you can open your legs a little bit wider to help create a nice stable base. You're going to make a little pillow with your hands, and you're going to place your forehead on your pillow. You're going to squeeze your glutes and press that pubic mound down. Tops of the feet press down so that your kneecaps are gently lifted. So there's engagement in your posterior chain. We're just not bringing it up off the floor. So keep the tops of your feet pressed down. You're going to lift yourself up and lower yourself down. That's round number 1. Round number 2, if you have a weight or a block or a water bottle, you're going to lift your feet up off of the floor and pass your weight or something around the room. Here we go. Nice little twist right here. All right, so that there's enough room for you to pass your block or something in front of you and behind. If you are passing a block, we will switch which direction we pass the block each time we go around. All right, so starting off, opening those feet nice and wide, about mat's width distance apart. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Your thighs are engaged. Your kneecaps lift off the floor. Your glutes are squeezed. You have a beautiful pillow with your hands. Place your forehead on that pillow in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're just lifting yourself up, keeping those elbows nice and wide. Finding that engagement of that lower back. And depending on what your lower back strength is right now, maybe you can come up super high, and maybe you're barely getting your nose to graze up off the floor. Take a break. Yay. Next up, we're going to pass something from hand to hand. You can try a weight. If that's too heavy, just touch one finger to the other and go. Pick those legs up off the floor this time. So feet come up off the floor. See if you can look forward even a little bit with your eyes. Ugh. This weight is feeling like 300 pounds. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right, next up, back to just making that pillow shit with your hands, squeezing your glutes, pubic mound, press down, tops of the feet, press down, and lift. Use that exhale to contract your back and lift yourself up. Controlled, so not just throwing yourself up, just lifting and slowly lowering. Take a break. All right, we're going to go back to that hand pass. You don't have to have anything in your hands, but switch directions that it goes around if you did, and begin. So if you were passing ahead of you, left hand to right last time, this time you will be passing right to left. And you can keep your eyes focused down on the floor in front of you if you need to, if it's a little bit too much on your neck, if you don't have enough of a lift to see in front of you. Take a break. Halfway through. Coming back to those pillow hands. 3, 2, squeeze your glutes. Here you go. Keep the tops of the feet pressed into the floor. So your glutes are squeezed, your thighs are engaged, your kneecaps are lifted. Take a break, take a break. You can always windshield wipe your feet right and left if you feel tension building up in your lower back. Passing something, even just air, here we go. Everything's lifted this time. Tap in front, tap behind. Use that range of motion as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. One more of each, you guys. Then we're going to enjoy a nice little gentle stretch of our necks before our last move. 3, 2, back to your pillow. Here you go. Tops of the feet on the floor this time. Glutes squeezed. Only working to use your powerful exhale for a controlled lift and lower. Just keep those feet down. 3, 2, take a break. Yay, all right, last time. Like snow angels on your belly. 3, 2, here we go. Feet are lifted this time. Stretch those fingers out nice and wide to the side, especially if you don't have something heavy in your hands. 3, 2, 1, way to go. Relax down, palms face up towards the ceiling. Turn your left ear onto the mat. Relax and release right here, a nice little stretch of your neck. On your next big inhale, lift your head up, place your right ear on the mat. You can find some rounding of your shoulders here as your shoulders come back down to the mat. Just breathe. Awesome. All right, press yourself up. You have a second to grab some more water. We got one last ab focused move that we're gonna do right here on the floor. Right here on the floor. Please bring a weight if you have one. I'm gonna use some weight for a nice lat pullover as well. Gosh, things are busy over here, Jess. I know. Okay, so while you are grabbing your stuff, I'm gonna grab my stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. We're gonna go for a triple toe touch and then a leg lift with our lat pullover. I really want to encourage you as you go for this triple toe touch to make sure that you're finding the movement from within your abdominal core. We're focusing on decreasing that space, making that squeeze from your lower rib into your hip, as opposed to focusing on stretching your chin up towards the ceiling, which can bring some discomfort to your back. All right, so for this move, the normal version of the move, we'll say, is going to be with your legs as straight as possible, lower back pressed onto the mat, 3 triple toe touches, stretching up towards your toes, and then straight leg, arms come up overhead, legs go straight. Thank you. And then back to your triple toe touch. If you need to take it a little bit easier on yourself, you can have a bend in your knees, and instead of coming down with the straight leg, you can give yourself a nice toe tap as your arms come up overhead, and you'll still feel a nice abdominal workout there. If you need to take it even easier on yourself, if you can't lift that head up off the floor, I want you to just focus on squeezing, squeezing those ribs, even if it feels like you're not doing anything, to just pinchy pinch this space right here. And it's our last move of the day. All right, it starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So either straight leg or bent toes. Remember, you're focusing on this crunch of your abs, 3 toe touches, arms up overhead, maybe your thumbs graze the floor, and then back to that triple toe touch. Find that big reach. Maybe you can even reach past your toes. Take a break. Yay! Might seem easy to begin with. Let's see how you feel in 7 more rounds. 2, 1, tap, 2 or past those toes. So even if you have your knees bent here, just finding that crunch in your abs, a little reach up towards the ceiling. Don't keep your chin tucked towards your chest though. Hold that juicy grapefruit. Take a break. Just 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So if your knees are bent, you're still focusing on this squeeze right here between ribs and lower hips. And then if you need to, you can even separate out your legs coming down, and then legs back to tabletop, arms up overhead, and then back to your triple toe touch. Take a break. So many different options. Just find what works for you. What can you do that you don't stop? 3, 2, 1. So maybe you start off with a little bit of the hardest thing, but by the end of 20 seconds, you just cannot. That's fine. Come into one of these modifications, even if it's straight leg, arms up overhead, straight leg, legs go down, and then back to your triple toe touch. Take a break. Make sure that lower back right above your butt crack is staying glued down to your mat. 3, 2, here we go. Use that exhale to reach and touch your toes. Use that inhale to bring your arms up overhead. And then exhale as it comes back together. So every time you're exhaling, there is some ab crunching. Take a break. Burning. All right, last minute. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Yes. Use your breath. Every time you reach for those toes, there's an exhale. 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 Inhale. Exhale. Take a break. If you just found the breath for the first time, did that feel different? 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 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 Slower inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale. Exhale. 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 You got this. And it's okay. Take a break. If you're not bringing those heels all the way to the floor, if you're doing your leg lift only to 45 degrees, because that's where you got it to still keep that back on the mat, keep it up. It's the last time. Juicy grapefruit under that chin. Nice. You made it, you guys. Ah, so good. Stay right down here on the floor. Let's stretch it out. Let's start off with just a nice little stretch. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can wiggle those feet a little further away from you if you want. Find some relaxation with your arms. Just taking a moment to come back into your breath, getting a nice little stretch of those inner outer thighs, hip flexors, which I'm sure some of you used today, doing those crossbody or wide leg mountain climbers, getting that squat jump going on. All right, go ahead, stretch your arms out into a T, either palms facing up to soak in some energy or palms facing down to the ground for a little bit more grounding. And bring your left leg over to meet with your right for a gentle little spine twist. You can keep facing the same direction of your knees to keep it easy right here, or you can turn your chin towards your opposite shoulder. We got into those obliques today with those Russian twists. So enjoy the stretch right now. Okay. Slowly, gently bring the soles of the feet back down towards the floor and allow your knees to drop towards the other side. And remember, you can keep facing in the same direction of your knees, or for an extra stretch, go ahead, turn your chin towards the opposite direction. And just keep focusing on your breath. I'm just relaxing right here. All of the hard work is over. But don't stop before you stretch it out just a little bit. Making sure that you take the time to stretch after your workout so that you feel good, to bring a little bit of length to your muscles, to help flush out that lactic acid. So you can come back tomorrow. All right, go ahead, send those knees back up towards the ceiling. Take a moment, draw your knees in towards your chest. Just make some circles in one direction, massage that lower back. Got some solid back work happening today with those Supermans. Also just being in those planks, a nice total body move. Switch the direction of those knee circles. All right, let's take a moment and roll over onto our knees. And stretch out those shoulders, which we worked today as well. So send your hips back towards your heels, your choice of an opened or closed-legged child's pose. You can even tent your fingers and press the pads of your fingers into the floor to find a little bit more stretch and engagement through your mid-upper back shoulders. Remember, if this is already too much of a stretch for you though, and you're like, I don't want that, go ahead, bend your knees as much as, your knees, your elbows as much as you need to. Use that exhale to sink your hips back towards your heels. And as you're ready, go ahead, lift yourself back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling, walk your hands to your feet or your feet towards your hand. Take one more moment while you're there to find some stretching of your legs, keeping that stomach sucked in. Move one knee, bend the other, find some movement in your hips, just shake it out. Shake your head left and right, yes and no, and just find that final stretch that feels good for you. With that stomach sucked in, slowly, gently roll yourself up. One vertebrae at a time. At the top, stack your head over your heart. Inhale those arms up overhead. Look up towards the ceiling. Press through one hand. And then press through the other hand. Just one more big total body stretch. Once more each side. And stretch both fingertips up towards the ceiling. Pull that belly in, ground your feet through the floor, stretch your arms out to the side. Feel free to twist your head one direction, opposite direction, as you relax and release your arms down by your side. Yay! We did it, you guys. I hope you had a great time in today's Tabata HIIT class. I know I thought it felt great. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. See you guys again soon.